Hey guys, it's Chris at Tickle Me Pink Wreaths. I'm just coming on. I found these cute little bags that says cookies, made daily with a little gingerbread man and a little greenery. So I decided I'd put this in a wreath. I did prepare this a little bit. It did have weight in the bottom. So what I did was on the back, I just cut right along the seam line. And I pulled the bag of, it was like rocks and sand. I just pulled that out and then I hot glued it back. And then on the back, what I did was I cut a couple slits and I ran chenille stems through there just to hold it. And I probably will run some glue around the perimeter of it when I get it in there. It is not heavy, it is very lightweight. I'll probably add some stuff up here. As you notice, I've already ripped out the little pine cones. They were little plastic cheapy things. So I took those out. But I'm just going to put this right in the middle of my design. And we're going to go from there. I've already put the mesh on the design and squished in my 24-inch evergreen wreath. So I'm going to put you down so you can see what I'm doing. And then we can talk about what I'm doing and go from there. All right, guys, I'm going to tip you down. I'm going to turn you a little bit. Now, when I tip you down, this is just temporary. This is just me putting in the big item here. So I was going to bring it all the way to the top, and I thought, no, I'm going to put it right in the middle because it is so large. We might as well just put it right in the middle. I've already squished in the mesh and stuff. So you just take your chenille stems and you run it right through the middle. Now on the back, you know how I go ahead and I pull my pine tines together and I use those if I need to, like this, to attach something or to attach my ribbon. So that's what I'm doing. It's attaching to the back of the wreath, and I'll turn it over and show you. So see this right here? I tied two of these together, and all I'm doing is tying it here together. And then I have another one up here if I need it. If I need any more, I can pull some more from here. We'll see. Just giving it a good, and then I took the remainder of the chenille stem and I twisted it around a pine tine. Oh my gosh, guys, this is perfect. It landed right on that where I tied them pine tines together. I cannot even believe, and I didn't even plan it that way. I wasn't even planning when I was cutting those slits. Look, it hit this one right where it should. And I'm just tying it, giving it a couple, 4. Then if I have a pine tine here, sticking it, pulling around, let me see. Like right here, I have a pine tine. What I'll do is I'll just wrap it around that pine tine and give it some more extra, extra stuff. So again, I am going to glue it back here too, to give it some put this on top of it. Now I'm probably going to go ahead and make my bow. Ooh, got glue all over my thing. Shoot. I'm going to go ahead and make my bow. So let me show you the ribbon I chose. Oh goodness, I dropped half of it. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Okay, so since we have a little bit of, like this is a canvasy and this is a little creamy color, like a burlap color, I went with the burlap with the red. And then I'm going to come in and just for some Christmassy I know there's no crystals on here, but I'm adding some. And then this one is just a plain red cloth like this is. I'm adding that too. And we'll see what this looks like. I'm hoping it turns out beautiful because I think it will. I'm really excited on how I think this is going to turn out. So, as far as the bow, wow. Okay, let me add a little bit more glue here, guys. I want to add some glue to this mesh, so the mesh comes right up to it. I don't want the mesh kind of leaning back from it. And all I'm doing is just kind of gluing the mesh around it. All right, so let me figure out where I'm going to put this bow. I'm going to actually hang it up here, and so we can see. I'm just going to twist you a little bit and bring you up so you can see it. All right, so when I'm looking at it, if you put your bow down here, it's going to be smothered underneath this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bow here. Let me make one, and we will see what it looks like. I can hear Eric out there mowing, so if you hear mowing, it's Eric out there. We had a tropical storm, almost a Hurricane 1, I guess lacking just a few miles per hour. I think it was 70 or 72 it hit us. Everything is okay, we just have a bunch of debris in the yard, so Eric's out there working on that. He had to pick up some. We're very lucky when that happens because our house is right beside a bunch of trees. So we're very lucky when we don't have much damage. Yeah, I mean, there was trees down everywhere, but we did not see the damage like some folks did. So, and where we're at, we don't really have to worry about flooding. So that's another positive. I've only lived here 12 years, and I'm from Ohio originally. And Ohio, we have snowstorms or ice storms, things like that. We don't have hurricanes. So it took me a while to get used to them. I was terrified. The first year I moved down here, we had Hurricane Irene. I was terrified. But then, don't get me wrong, I'm still terrified of hurricanes because I think they're very dangerous. The flooding and the winds can do horrendous damage. But it's almost like living in Ohio. Oh, another snowstorm. It's coming. Let's prepare. You know, obviously there's different preparations, but that's kind of how it is here. It's like, oh, let's prepare. Now, if it's you know, those poor folks down in Florida have been hit by 4s and 5s. You know, we're definitely getting out of Dodge if that happens. So all I did here was I took a zip tie and put around this beautiful bow, and then I put a pipe cleaner under it, through it, to attach it to the wreath. And I give it a couple twists, and I will cut these off in a minute, guys. I will. Let me go in here and figure out where I want my bow. I think I'm going to try for there. So I'm going to try to get this pipe cleaner through there. And I did double up on the pipe cleaner, guys, so you know, you'll have a lot of excess in the back, but it's okay because you need enough to come through all of that mesh and stuff. So let me see. Sure that's where we want it, and then I'll go ahead and cut this. I only have a little bit of that burlap left. I probably have another roll down there somewhere, but okay. So with these little ribbon, I'm not going to dovetail. I'm just going to give them a slant up. But I am going to dovetail the big ones. So I think it gives it a finished look. And all I'm doing is putting my wire to wire together and cutting. All right. I think it looks gorgeous. That one's a little too long, so I'm just going to cut it off a little bit. All right. What do you think, guys? I think she looks kind of cute. I think she looks cute. Now, I have all kind. I am going to put more ribbon, but I don't know. Let me see. Hang on just a second, guys. Coming back. I don't necessarily think I need any more of that burlap. Let's try. I do have this, the sparkles in a 2.5 inch, which matches this 2.5 or this 1 inch bow down here. I'm probably going to go up here and put some loops. And I'm going to put some of that red on there too. And I'm just putting 2 pine tines together and I'm twisting it in there pretty tight. Now these I'm going to go ahead and dovetail. This one I will just cut up an angle. And then I'm going to leave these hang a little lower, about right there. Now there's different things that you could have done there. You could have, you know, if you didn't want to do a couple loops, you could, but I'm just doing, a long tail. Now over here, I'm going to go ahead and do a loop of this. Since I have a little bit left, I'm going to do a loop over here to kind of match here. So it's kind of matchy-matchy. And then instead of using the big I'll just use the little. I will just use the little. And I'll throw some red in there. And all I'm doing is just making a little loop, guys. Sorry, I'm making it over here to the side. And I want it to kind of be even. I'm going to turn this around a little bit, guys, so I can see it. Let me put a Chanel stem around this, just to keep it tight until I get it in the pine tines. All right. So it's going to be about right in here. So I just need to find 2 pine tines. It shouldn't be too hard to do. Woo, that's going to be tight. I knew that was going to be tough. All right. Got it. Let me straighten my bow up a little bit, guys. All right, hope you can see that. There you go. Go ahead and dovetail that. And then I will cut these off and then cut them at a slant. And I'll cut this one at a dovetail too. All right, perfect. I love it. And it's about the similar in length too, which is perfect. I think that's now we have this little spot. Let me get my stuff off the ground right down here. So I'm going to do the same as I did up here. So all I did, actually I might just do a, let me see. Oh, I hear Eric. He's back up around the house now. Sorry about my head. I'm going back into that same tine and opening it back up and adding that red. Now again, we're just, whoop, where are my scissors? There they are. Just cutting at a slant. Almost cut my finger off, guys. My finger got in the way. All right, perfect. I think she's perfect. I think we're done with the ribbon. I'm going to lay my ribbon over here to the side. And we will get started on some different greenery that I have that I might put in. I'm not for sure. But I have some, so let's look at it and see what we want to do. Now, this is bling bling. I don't know if we need bling bling, but let's put it in here and see. Let me cut one off. I don't think we need bling bling. Let's try this. Now I got this at Hobby Lobby last year. It was one of my go-tos because I like a little bit of the flocked, and I love the long needles. So what I'm going to do is, you can see on the back where if you wanted to do 1, 2, 3, you could. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one off right here in this gap, or this junction, and just cut it off. And then I'll use this one, and then I'll use these two together. I am going to cut these pine cones off, and I'll just kind of plug them in there wherever. All right, so this one will have 2. So let me get another one here. Another one started. So glad Christmas is here. I know Christmas is not here, and it was the first day of fall yesterday, but I'm so glad that I'm getting ready to decorate for Christmas. I love Christmas. I just think it's a great time of year. Now, what you can do is you take your pine needles up in there, and you can pull them around. Pull them around your pine if it's not too low. I think this one's too low. But what I'm doing is I'm pulling them around my stem. Pulling them around the stem. Okay, sorry about my head again. So what I did there is I just got it into the, I just put glue on it, and I put it right up into the pine. Again, I'm going to cut these pine cones off. Always take that stupid price tag off. And again, I'm going to cut it right there at that junction. And right there. And what I did over here, I'm going to try to do underneath this bow. Eric just walked in. He just got done mowing and cleaning up the front yard.
Yeah, I just piled all the limbs up and left them for her to pick up and carry to the woods.
Yay. I cleaned up the backyard this morning, and Eric had the front yard, but Eric had the worst job because there was big limbs down in the front lawn. Unlike
So what's it look like?
look up there.
Oh, you decided to experiment with the bag?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I like the frosted.
Yeah, I think I used the 2-inch. We're sitting here talking about what he likes about it. He's always the critiquer. He comes in and he says, oh, I like this or I don't like that. And you know how that conversation goes. We just go on with life, don't we? We just, baby,
Fairy dust, fairy dust, fairy dust, fairy dust.
Get out. Get out. So, you see I have the long one here in the bottom. Then I have the 2 little short ones coming out here. You can't see this one, but it's there. And then I'm going to put these up here in the top where I put
I'm going to the storage building.
Okay.
When you're done, I'm going to have you help move the wagon.
Okay. So I had 2 of these left, so I'm going to put one on each side there where I have these loops. So I'll go ahead and glue those in. Now the best pine needles I found last year was at my local, it's a local store. It's a year-round store, but every year they have a whole bunch of Christmas stuff. It's New River Pottery. So if anybody's from the East Coast in Virginia, or Lower Virginia, or in North Carolina, you can go to this shop. They have one in Selma, and they also have one in Wilmington, and they have a whole bunch. And Greenville too. They have one in Greenville. So I'm thinking, I don't know how many more of these I have. I'm thinking this is all I have, guys. Oh no. I'm really disappointed in that because I want one right here. I have more of these somewhere. I think it's in the storage building. All right, let me see what we got here. Whoops. I'll cut this off in the back. Well, I need one up there, so it's got to go up there. That pine cone just replaced those 2 plasticky pine cones. I'm going to put that right in there just to have it peeking out like we do over here. I know we already put one in there, but I don't like it there. There we go. And we'll just have it peeking out like we do over there. Now my bow seems a little flimsy, guys, so I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna try to fix it. All right, much better. Much better. Love it, love it. Woo! Hang on just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. I'm just over here looking to see what I have in my stash. See what I got in my stash. So I know I have these. Let's see what this might look like in here. Let's see if I can cut it in the back. This is not too bad, I don't think. I think I kind of like it, and I'll probably add a little bit down here to kind of bring it all together. So what I did was I'm trying to find where I want to cut it. So I'm cutting it right there at that junction. Turn this just a little bit. I'm just putting these in here to make sure this is where we want them. Now I didn't buy these from Hobby Lobby. These came from on Etsy. On Etsy. But I got a good deal, so not complaining, not complaining. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of putting it in there to kind of get it to all blend together. So I'm going to come down here, right into the pine. Get another one, guys. All right, guys. Okay, so I just need to glue everything in, and I know that's the boring part, but I like this one coming out of the bow. I like that one. Looks pretty. So I'm just going to pull all these out and just put some glue right on the stem and put them right up in there. And I like these, how they go right in beside the bag. They look cute, cute, cute. And then I have these just periodically going in different areas of the in the pine. Now, I love this. I love this greenery that I just bought, that we just used, because it had several cuts on it, but then we cut it in twice. So then we doubled our cuts, which was fabulous. So if we would have left them long, it would have been too long, and I would have had to shove them in there anyways. So better to cut them off and use, and you get double out of them. You know, and when you look at this, guys, you don't even realize that I didn't have enough of the long needle. It just kind of looks normal, but we didn't. But that's okay. Nobody needs to know that. We kind of hid that a little bit with blending this greenery that I have an abundance of. This is the boring part. I know, I hate it too. I hate it, I hate it. I already put one there, so I think we're good. I think I've got it everywhere now. Now let's look at some of these. Let's look at these. These are so adorable. I did get these from Hobby Lobby, guys. Look at that. I love those. I think I'm going to use the ones with the hats. I think. Now they do have this little like fishnet hanger on there, but you don't need that. I'm going to turn it kind of towards me so I can see what I'm doing. Don't know yet. I'm just still messing with it, guys. I have some of these little ones too. I'm messing with the ribbon because it really bothered me that my ribbon got just disappeared all up in that. Okay, I think I really like him there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue him. Okay, he looks real cute there. Sorry it took me so long, guys. Just want to make sure he stays in there. I'm gluing him also to the ice cream. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting glue anywhere that is touching. That's where I'm putting glue. Okay. And then this little guy that fell, he's going to be peeking up here at the top. He's going to be peeking up here. Peeking. All right, guys. What do you think of that so far? I think that's all we need of the gingerbreads. These are cute too. They had little girls with the bow. So I got a pack of each on those. And then I got some of these. I thought these, and I got these at Hobby Lobby, and I thought those were really cool. So, and they were real cheap. They were only $3 a piece. $3 a piece. So I think now I'm just going to place these for right now until I figure out where I really want them. Now I only bought 2, which kind of makes me sad, but I can always go back because I really like these. I'm going to use these in different designs because they are really cute. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So I got some up here, some down here, and because I only had the 2 stems, woo, which really makes me sad, I put one here and one here. So let's get those, I'll glue those in. If you noticed on the top and the bottom, I did leave the longer ones. So and you can kind of bring these out a little bit, hide that stem a little bit. So that was just kind of peeking in there. Same here, you can kind of put it in between and let, you know, the greenery and however you want the greenery. All right, I don't know if we need any more pine cones. Okay, the reason I'm putting these up there, I'm just kind of hiding that, I'm just hiding that stem a little bit. Yep, that's all I'm doing. And I think I'm going to take this other little pine cone. And can you see? Let me turn around here a little bit. Right in here is where all my ribbon come together. And I just want it, I'll just put a pine cone in there to kind of separate everything. I still have all my pretty ribbon hanging down. There you go, guys. Now, if you wanted to, you could add little ornaments in here. I just don't think, you know, I don't think we need any. I don't think we need any. I think it looks good. And you can kind of have these, you know, come behind if you want to, however you want them to do. If you wanted to put more of these in, you could put a couple up here. I just didn't have any. That right there was 2, and there's three of the peppermint peppermint sprays, 3 of them on 1 spray. So, but you can use any greenery that you have. You know, I started out to use this red, and you know, I wasn't going for that glam look. I went with this burlap. Now you could have still used it. It probably would have looked okay, but this is the direction after I put it on there that I decided we'd go. So anyways, I'm gonna hold it up and that way you can see it. I'll turn you around here. Hey guys, I'm seeing you. So right here it is. Now I do see a hole. Let me point out where my hole is, where I think there's a hole right here. I think I'll put another one of these right in here because I think there's a hole. But and if the bow would have been down here, I think the bow would have got lost. I like it on the side. You could have put it on the side, or you could have put it up here at the top, on either side. But these are at Hobby Lobby. Forget the price. I want to say, oh gosh, I don't even have it. They weren't expensive. I think I paid $12 for it. I think it was $24, 50% off. So, all right, guys. If you're watching this, you're probably watching it on YouTube. So if you are, please, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be putting more videos up, and I hope you really enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, just ask. Put it in the comments. All right. Bye, guys.